Okay, no job number yet, but I'm doing a site walk for Maggie at Wallace Properties, and we're looking at the parking lot here at Virginia Mason. So this project's going to be called Virginia Mason Parking Lot. They have a new tenant that's going to be moving in here. Virginia Mason's moving out. Busy parking lot. As you can see, that's a really busy lot going all the way through. You got parking stalls everywhere that are full, and I think when we go to do this, it'll still be fairly full, so not a lot of room. We might be able to use this little area over here at Wallace Properties parking lot to do a little bit of staging of our equipment, as far as a truck or two. That's gonna be about it. All right, so I'm gonna go around and show you on my map. I've got I think it's 2 locations of curbing to fix. I've got one area of sidewalk to fix that's exposed to aggregate, and then I got a couple asphalt locations as well. All right, so I'm right next door to Wallace Properties. So you got northeast, I think it's northeast 4th. That's right out here. All right. You got GLY, which is next door. There's some parking down here on the far end that we could also go down there that Wallace Properties owns, and we can stage some equipment there if we have to. But let's start right here. First curb repair is 10 feet, 6x8. We go to the joint all the way to there, 6x8. Around this corner, we got some more curbing. We just need to maybe make a clean saw cut right there. One right there. Fix this little bit of curbing here. So you've got what's roughly about 8 feet of curb there. So 8 feet of curb. And then we'll have to paint it back red at some point. Swing by here, paint it red if we can. Probably would make no sense to bring a striping crew just to do that. So I would imagine we could get it figured out, knocked out. Right here, this is first asphalt repair at the ADA stall. She's just looking for just some quick, immediate repairs that Virginia Mason will pay for before they move out. Okay, so right in front of the ADA stall is where we've got a 8-foot by 4-foot. Actually, let's call it a 9-foot. 9-foot by 4-foot repair right here. Remove and replace. We'll assume 3 inches on the depth. And then as you get over here, there's some alligator cracking, and then a couple potholes. They're not really potholes, but they're starting to form right where this car's driving over and going 1 mile per hour. We've got a 16-foot, okay? 16-foot by 8-foot patch here. So we'll start right here and then tie right up into this other patch here and come across 16 by 8. Okay, that is, I believe, all the asphalt repairs that we're doing on this property. Okay, so as you head down the hill here, there are a couple spots. There was another piece of curb down here I forgot that we need to fix, but we're gonna give a price for the concrete sidewalk, which is right down here. So right around this corner, you've got a couple parallel stalls that we'll probably have to try to block so that we can work right here, but we got this sidewalk panel. Needs to be removed and replaced. Looks like it could pop right out, and I think she just wants to do this as a temporary fix. I don't think she wants to fix this little piece of curb here in the front. It is loose. Well, it's not loose, but it's separated from there. And it's not really considered a trip hazard yet. She didn't say to do that curb piece, but she said to do this, give her a price for this panel. All right. So this is a 7x4 panel, 4-inch exposed aggregate, but you see it's got some pretty good sized rock in it. So I would say that this is what, like a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch rock, something like that. It's definitely, I think, I don't know if that's 5/8 or more. Might be 3/4 inch. Let me get a little closer. Relative to my finger, it looks bigger than normal. It's not that pea gravel mix. It's something a little bit larger. So we'll try to match it as much as we can. So we'll have to do that bigger rock. Okay, but we'll pop that out, put that back in. That's 4 inch. I don't know about rinsing. If we can just dig a little hole here and bury that, we might be able to, and avoid having to get an eco pan out here. So no eco pan. We'll see if we can wash it out and kind of bury it over here in the landscape. This little piece of curb, actually, she said no, I didn't have to do it. She said it wasn't a trip hazard. So I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what though? Let's do it because we got the mix. So we'll have a minimum of 1 yard. So let's fix this corner piece. So we're looking at 2 feet right here. There's a rebar inside this. We don't need to do that. We just need to do some extruded curb and then try to tie it into the corner here. Bullnose the corner. Try to saw cut. Actually, no, let's take it back to here since we got the mix. All right, so 5 foot piece right here. 5 foot piece. This curb almost looks like a 10-inch mold, but have the 10-inch mold on us, but we'll assume to use the 8-inch on that. We'll probably be okay using 8-inch. Over here we've got some formed curbing. You can see right here, this has been busted out from cars pulling in, hitting it with their tires. It's got rebar inside of it. So you can see, that looks like rusted out rebar to me. So that ought to be really fun to try to fix. I'm not even sure how we would do that yet. But we'd have to cut out some asphalt here in order to do this cut. So we'd have to cut down along here. This is like a 5 foot piece of curbing that we would have to cut, and then cut out probably a foot of asphalt out here. So 5 by 1 of asphalt, and then you've got a little cutout of that curbing. I don't think we can patch that in. I don't think that would work if we formed that up and then just tried to patch it in. I think it might look a little crazy, a little cheesy. So we'll put back that curb. We don't have to put rebar in it. We just need to fix it and smooth it out. So it's 5 foot. And I think that is it. Yeah, that's it. That's it for everything here. So, God, everybody drives super slow. All right. That should do it for this proposal. Oh, there was actually one more right here where this car is at. So, asphalt repair. You've got a thin overlay that was done. And so you see some of the asphalt's missing. We'll have to come a foot out